Two of the better girls teams in the 7th Region, Sacred Heart and Eastern, meeting on the hardwood tonight. That's coming up. WDRB News at 11 starts right now.
Kentucky State Representative Dan Johnson is dead tonight. Police say of suicide, one day after refuting accusations of child molestation. All the details, including the plea he reportedly left behind.
Plus, LMPD responds to a shooting on Broadway, then calls a press conference.
And it puts the coach on the hook for a lot of money.
The roller coaster ride continues. It cools down the next couple of days and then heats back up. Find out when to expect highs in the 50s and the chance for rain.
Good evening and thanks for joining us tonight, everyone. I'm David Scott.
And I'm Adrienne Flores. Representative Dan Johnson is dead tonight in what the Bullitt County coroner is calling a probable suicide.
Our team of reporters has been following this WDRB News alert for the last several hours tonight. WDRB's Kyle Mitchell is live at the Heart of Fire City Church in Louisville, where just yesterday Johnson denied allegations of child molestation. But first tonight, WDRB's Sarah Sidery is live in his hometown of Mount Washington, where the representative reportedly killed himself. Sarah.
Investigators say Representative Dan Johnson appears to have committed suicide on this bridge you see here behind me. Right now the scene is clear, but this was what we saw just a couple of hours ago. Investigators were focused on Johnson's SUV parked next to the bridge where crime tape was up nearby. Deputies say Johnson drove that silver SUV, a Ford Escape, over the bridge, pulled over, stood in front of the SUV, and shot himself one time. Now, this all happened in a very rural area in Mount Washington off of Grinnell Ford Road.
Someone saw his post on social media and alerted the law enforcement, and then they went into gear and found him.
We're told law enforcement then pinged Johnson's phone, which led them to this general area. They discovered his body near the bridge on the bank of the Salt River. Now, local law enforcement officials tonight are calling this a very tragic situation. We're told that an autopsy will be performed sometime tomorrow morning. Reporting live in Bullitt County, Sarah Sidery, WDRB News.
A few hours before Representative Johnson took his life, he posted this on Facebook. It says in part, "I love God and I love my wife, who is the best wife in the world, my love forever. My mom and dad, my family, and all 5 of my kids and 9 grandchildren." He continued later in his post saying, quote, "I cannot handle it any longer. It has won this life, but heaven is my home." Representative Dan Johnson denied allegations of sexual misconduct just yesterday at the Heart of Fire City Church in Louisville.
WDRB's Kyle Mitchell is live at that church tonight. Kyle?
David, the sign out here says Satan accuses, God says you're not guilty. State Representative Dan Johnson dismissed the claims made against him yesterday right here at his church. On Monday, the chairman of the Republican Party of Kentucky called for Representative Johnson to resign. It came after a report emerged accusing him of sexually molesting a 17-year-old girl in a church basement in 2012. Johnson fought back the accusation when he spoke yesterday at the Heart of Fire Church, where he was the pastor.
This allegation concerning this young girl, absolutely has no merit. There's a lot of people that are willing to jump to judgment without any proof.
The night that the girl said all the crazy stuff she said, she was with my daughter, sleeping in the same bed as my daughter. So there you have it.
Johnson was never criminally charged. Reporting live, Kyle Mitchell, today that politics was behind the accusations. Reporting live, Kyle Mitchell, WDRB News.
Kyle, thank you. And as news of Representative Johnson's death came out tonight, lawmakers and Kentucky's governor were quick to react. Matt Bevin tweeted this, saying, quote, "Saddened to hear of tonight's death of Kentucky Representative Dan Johnson. My heart breaks for his family tonight. These are heavy days in Frankfort and in America. May God indeed shed his grace on all of us. We sure need it." Former House Speaker Jeff Hoover said, quote, "I am very sad over the passing of Representative Dan Johnson. Over the past few weeks, in some of the darkest days of my life, he reached out to me, encouraged me, and prayed for me. Prayers for his wife, children, grandchildren, and all affected by this sad event." And the Republican Party of Kentucky Chairman Mac Brown sent us this statement, quote, "This is a tragic situation. Our thoughts and prayers go out to the family of Dan Johnson."